Yay. Hey guys, it's been a minute, right? It's been a minute. Excuse me for not being around, but there's been a lot going on, a lot of changes, a lot of shifts. I honestly don't feel like the same person as I was last week. Things are shifting and changing. Attention and focus are going to other places that I just wasn't thinking about last week. So maybe you can relate. Maybe this is an energy you're about to come into. Something is definitely going to be taking you by surprise in a very positive way. New growth. There's some kind of new growth that you're actually going to be able to see. Do you see this new growth coming at the end of this wand? And she's looking up like, oh my God, wow, these sprouts are really coming. All this watering I've been doing to my staff. I'm also getting thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. For me, and I know it'll be different for other people depending on your beliefs. For me, what it resonates, it reminds me of my rod and my staff, which is my spine, my connection to the higher realms, and how we're never alone and we can tap into these abilities when we are in very difficult, stressful situations. You know, we can just literally close our eyes and ask for direction or help, or, you know, it's okay to take a breath and really feel the whole breath, because I know certain situations make us feel it's because of their urgency. Their urgency, their energy is, we're picking up on their energy of urgency. And sometimes it does affect us. I know we're getting much, much better at understanding our energy and other people's energy and being like, no, nope. You can act chaotic. You can act all, oh my God, everything's falling apart. That is what you're seeing and what your reality is. But I don't. I actually see a tower or something that you think is disastrous and, oh my God, horrific. But why don't you just wait and see? Because most of the time it ends up leading to something very incredible. So you're trusting, you're allowing this new growth to sprout. You're watching it. I see you maybe you're observing yourself and how you're moving now, which is in a completely different way than you were. Something about donuts. I don't know. The sign donut, the look donut. It's the first thing that I wrote this morning because for the past 2 days is donut. Something, I mean, the word donut, the reference to a donut. I'm telling you, you did something. You've been working on something for a very, very, very long time. 7 of Pentacles. This new growth. Hold on. I'm going to pull something else. Something else is saying, like, to be a little more specific. I told you, you have, oh yeah, the watering can. Thank you. Yeah, you've been watering this. You have been taking care of this new growth. I feel like for a long time, nobody saw anything. It's like, why are you watering that stick? Why are you doing that? People looking at you like they have no idea what you're doing. They thought you were trapped. They thought that you were blind. You were tied up. You had no idea where the water is. You had no idea how to get outside of your head. But I feel like this was an illusion. Good morning, my love. Let me just do this really quick check-in because I haven't done any videos for a few days, okay? And then schoolwork, and guess what? I got stuff for waffles. Okay? 9 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. This is where you are. And this is where they thought you were. The energies, the other, it's like, I told you, it was an illusion. It was an illusion that you were trapped. And the moment that you realize that you could either claim it and say, oh yeah, this is me, these are the experiences, this is who I am because of what I went through. The moment you dropped that, you entered into a whole new cycle of wish fulfillment, which is spiritual and physical abundance. I'm also getting just really good connections with friends, with other individuals, loyalty, thinking outside of the box, but in a very loving, compassionate way. Not like, oh, there's no ulterior motives. with you. So now you're going to be attracting, or you are attracting, in those types of partnerships and alliances. What's their opportunity that they need to know about right now? What is the opportunity? Justice. This has been coming out a lot, guys. This is your justice. The way the karma is going to play out is that they didn't see your growth. You saw your growth. You knew that by watering and pouring into yourself, and with the Seven of Pentacles, this long-term investment within yourself, you invested within yourself. The outside didn't look like you had much, right? Like, because everybody wants to say, oh, well, you have to have a lot of stuff in order to be successful or to be in this type of energy. But you played the long game. You played the long game. You allowed them to think what they wanted to think. You're like, let them. They think I'm a piece of trash. Let them. You just didn't care. You were so unbothered because you knew exactly where you were headed, which is emotional and physical, spiritual abundance. Feeling good, looking good. Your outside is finally reflecting your inside. Wow, the Chariot and the Fool. You're not caring. You're in control of your own reins, your own emotions, your own direction, which is allowing this leap of faith, this new version of you to emerge. Absolutely beautiful. Putting things in to make things fair. I didn't even say nothing. New perspective also. Yeah, these people are getting a whole new perspective on who you are, as well as yourself. I feel like you're surprising yourself right now. Your growth, this new growth that is bursting out, that you have been tending to for a very, very long time, is about to do something in your life that I don't even think you can imagine. That's why this Hangman just came out. I mean, for the Hangman to come out with the justice, to be fair, for enlightenment, to enlighten yourself, to enlighten others of who you are. Maybe you're not fully sure of who you are yet, but you have been planting those seeds. You've been asking the right questions and constantly watering them. You've been tending to the things that you want to see come into your reality. What is the outcome? Let's get advice and then outcome. One for the advice. One for the advice. And outcome. Probably 2 or 3, please. 2 or 3, 2 or 3. Oh yeah. Wow. Wow, wow. Yes, yes, yes. Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Oh man. Your advice is the King of Pentacles, to take your throne, to be loving, nurturing, but very laid back. Look how chill he is. But also knows when to speak up and call things out, but doesn't call things out through an ego. It's more like in a loving, nurturing way, like, that's not how we do that. And if that sounds really rigid. It's more like, can you explain to me why you did that? And then allowing that person to explain maybe why they did it in a certain way, becoming other people teach us things all the time. We're constantly learning from each other. But I see you really owning your throne. God, I don't want to say it like that. I see you being more respectful to yourself and honoring the growth, because it's almost like, really, this new growth, all these pentacles, the long-term investment, this is me. I feel like you're just being asked to step into this King of Pentacles energy. You're actually very, very fruitful. I'm seeing these grapes. But be assertive in what you want to build, what you see as your being very resourceful, taking the bull by the horns. It's a very practical energy. It's like using all the other elements, and really, because your outcome is the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the King of Wands. I'm not getting illusions from this. Maybe it is. Maybe for some of you, you're mastering how to identify these illusions with your fire element, with this King of Wands energy. But I'm also getting that for your work and whatever you're working on, you're going to have a lot of different options. A lot of different options. But remembering to stay in this King of Pentacles as your advice, and the outcome being the fire element. Try not to be too assertive in the sense of loving, nurturing, assertive. Yes, but not domineering. Do you see how he's almost like about to stand up out of his throne? Like, ooh, like that's that fire. So have that good equal balance between the elements. Let me get one more for your advice, and then we're going to close this out because I'm going to go do homeschooling and breakfast time. The Lovers. Oh my gosh. Oh. There's a choice. And I mean, with the Seven of Cups as your outcome, there's whoever you are, you have options. You have choices. Don't let anybody external from you make you feel like you are trapped in this Eight of Swords, because that's an illusion. They want you to feel that way. They want you to think that way. They want to be like, oh, we don't have this and we don't have this. And you know better. So I feel like this is almost scissors. Like, step into your authority, this Emperor energy, and cut them off, because you're not alone. I'm not even taking reversals, but this is the Nine of Wands, which talks about like wounded warrior energy and going at things alone. And you're able to slow down now because you know that you're not alone. And these energies, these resources with the Ten of Pentacles, you're connected to the all. And the moment that you tap into that frequency and know that, hey, this whole world, this whole reality, I'm connected, I'm part of the one, the all. So if you put out that intention, and you already know this from all the growth and the work that you've done, if you put out that intention, it's gonna come back. As you reap, so you sow. I like that. Sowing your seeds. The seeds that you have sown are bringing in a lot of abundance, a lot of options, a lot of creativity and choices and ways to make these pentacles, to create more pentacles, to be able to give out pentacles when you're in a position to do so. Isn't that the whole point, is for us to share our gifts with others who are less fortunate once our needs are met and we are taken care of? So with that said, guys, I love you. The universe loves you. You have the whole world in your hand. Two of Wands to the Emperor. It's time to start planning and how you want the world to actually be. Who cares about what it looks like right now? We've already accepted that. We know that people have completely trashed this reality, and it's time for the sons of God to arise and remember who they are, take up your throne, and realize that you have the capability to bring in new growth for others, not only yourself. So I love you. The universe loves you, and everything's working out for your best and your highest good. Until next time, guys.